So tell me, do you know what the definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So what did you expect coming here? Were you perhaps craving something? A taste of chaos? Well, if that's what you've come for, then please sit back, relax, and listen as chaos erupts.
You guys remember the swamp that you landed in when you kind of fell off that side?
Yeah.
It is dry. It is mysteriously there is no water, and there is no water source nearby. Suddenly there is just no water in the land. No water fixtures, no creeks, no nothing. No water. No babbling creeks. Go back to Betty's, and you have drank your tea, you've leveled up, and...
Oh yeah, I want to fill my water skin
with Betty's tea, I am aware. Go for it. She'll make you all the tea you desire.
Yeah, I already marked it, I just want to make sure.
Have you guys already given her the spoon, or are you doing that now?
Well, let's go over that now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I marked that. Yeah, full Betty's tea.
Cool. Betty loves that you love her tea.
Betty, we're back.
Hello. How'd it go?
I want to just scream. She asks us, oh, how'd it go?
Okay. This scream, she just bonks you a little bit with the wooden spoon that she has in her hand. She's like, hush, child. You don't take damage, but you're starved.
So you kind of screech. It's like, hi, man. It's okay.
You know
You don't scream indoors.
You know that gif from Incredibles where Dash is in the water and he's like, we survived, we're dead, but we survived. That's me right now.
Okay. Alright. Glad that you guys have survived. She'll let you guys drink the tea. She'll give you all the tea that you desire. Obviously, it's only going to level you up once, but you'll feel nice and refreshed afterwards when you leave.
So, while sitting down, it's just like, Betty, you happen to find this too. Is this yours?
The wooden spoon.
Yeah.
She takes it and she's a little teary, and she's like, this was my old wooden spoon. My husband had it special made for me because my hands are really little and it's a little wooden spoon. And he's since died, and...
Dad's gonna cry now. Fuck!
We also found a wedding ring. Do you know of anyone missing one of those?
Can I see it?
Yeah, so, here.
Oh. Being a dick, it's fine.
I'm sorry, did I do something wrong?
Matthew was just suspicious of me asking for it.
I didn't want to show it to her. I wanted to just ask about it.
But I have the wedding ring.
I know you
just
do.
like, oh.
And T is very trusting, so...
Gave us tea.
And give you a really fun sob story about her husband.
I don't care about her husband.
She bumped you again.
I didn't say that out loud.
But she wants you again anyways.
Arbitrarily. I don't think.
She mentions that it looks like the old engagement ring of the local tavern owner that is just down the road. She mentions that the fiance of the local tavern owner was also off on a quest to try and figure out the abandoned camp that you guys just dealt with. But she's not sure if that fiance ever returned. But you might see if that person wants to have their ring back.
While we are sitting there speaking with Betty, she just mentioned the tavern. I just want to be like, so Betty, you mentioned the tavern. What other establishments are there here in Doncourt Point?
Well, next to the tavern, there's a small little shop. I heard they look keys to travelers. They don't have much, but general mercantile. They have some ingredients to make a good stew, but nothing too crazy. We normally have to get a lot of our goods imported, but we haven't been able to get a lot of our goods imported since the river trade hasn't been super great since the water disappeared.
Is the shop you're talking about, is that the one we dealt with before in the past?
No, that's just a random guy who's like, I'm going to make money off of the refugees.
Okay.
Who's just like in the plaza trying to sell.
Okay.
You're fine.
We came here by the river, right?
Yes.
So, and the river's just gone now?
Yeah, there's no more water. And that has caused quite a problem since you guys have last been here. There's no more water. We cannot get more shipments of goods. So right now that shop is not really able to sell anything because they're pretty much out of a lot of stuff. Very similar to COVID or Louisiana after a hurricane.
I have a question. Do you know anything about a key?
Not that I know of. I don't know anywhere that you would just find the key, but
Oh yeah, you mentioned before that the city people in charge might reward us for dealing with the bandits. How would we get in touch with them about that?
well, they're kind of preoccupied with this no water situation, so I think their appointment binder is pretty booked. But I'll put in a good word with you and see if we can deal with that.
So, with the goddamn bandits almost died. I don't care about the town's water issues. I just want some kind of reward.
I'm just over there like.
Yeah, I'm saying this out loud.
She bunks you harder. Take 1 point of damage.
I'm just like.
Young man, I'm already putting in a good word with the council for you. I don't have control over their appointment binders.
Obviously,
And you would do good.
Obviously, multiple people from the city have died. The person with the ring, your husband.
Yes?
We should be rewarded.
This town is now under the protection of the Sky Emperor. It is our duty to protect them.
With duty comes profit. That's why I signed on for this shindig.
While they're talking, I'm just gonna turn to just gonna turn to Benny and be like, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm sure you got plenty of reward for whatever you're not going to return from the bandit camp anyway. Yeah. Betty will put in a good word with you, and maybe when you return, we can talk about it then.
Return? Where are we going?
I assume down to the tavern.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant we were leaving the town.
No.
I was like, that wasn't in my agenda.
There's not a whole lot in this little town, but there is a tavern, and there's a little mercantile store that does not have a whole lot right now. But
Well, I want to go to the shop before the tavern and offload some of this shit we got.
I'm carrying all the shit right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, by the sounds of it, we're not going to be able to get the price that we should for the dragon bones, or the drake bones.
Can we at least be happy that we're not back there
you can hold on
anymore?
to them. That's true. I mean, at least you're not dealing with the bird people.
Weren't the bones 200 pounds or something?
We ate all the meat and we left whatever meat's left, and we just cleaned off the bones, and that's it. And it was 100 pounds.
100 pounds, yeah.
You guys have some scales. So
Yeah, I picked up a couple scales.
Yeah. I have so many custom items.
Go to the shop.
We're going to go to the shop?
Yep, we're gonna go to the shop.
So
and
as-
we're gonna help
As we're leaving, we're just gonna turn around and just be like, as we're leaving, just be like, thank you, Betty.
Sounds like you said thank you, baby.
Yeah, I thought he said thank you, baby. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, baby.
She wishes you well and advises if you're down to help a poor little town one more time, see if you can figure something out about the water.
Of course. You gonna get a reward this time?
Not if you keep acting with that attitude, you're not. Betty's gonna hit you with her spoon again is what you're gonna get.
This little old town ain't gonna get help.
So basically, picture just all I picture is basically kind of just sitting there, just like looking like this over his shoulder with his hands on his hips, and he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to work, and then there's T just kind of pushing on his lower back, and pushing him away towards the tavern.
Just get outside.
Kind of, just let's go.
Okay. You guys are going to the shop. Alright. So you guys walk into the shop. You can see there's a couple of things of cured meat. They've got a couple of rations and some dried fruit and stuff that you can buy for a good backpacking adventure. 1 or 2 water skins, but really most of their wares are cleaned out. And you see a kind of older looking man looking just really distraught behind the cash register, just looking over his books, like, what do I do? What do I do?
I'm just here to sell anyways. Not to say that he has any money to buy, but...
Well, I mean, if the stocks are all empty, that means, everything got bought out. So you might have gold, but nothing to sell.
I'm not worried about buying anyways, so I'm just worrying about selling.
Just knock on the counter while he's looking down the book. Hello.
He startles a little bit and he was like, sorry about that, what can I help with?
We got some stuff we want to unload.
Unload. Well, I typically try and wait until I have more of a bargaining chip to buy things from people. Right now, the council's kind of forcing me to sell things to people at a discounted price since we're in an emergency situation, and I don't have any way of getting more goods. So I have
Fuck the
to.
council, am I right?
Well, yes, but I also want to see my fellow man taken care of.
Fellow halfling.
Fellow halflings taken care of, and I would like for them to have the food and water that they need until we can get more and get the river restored. But depending on what you want to sell me, I might be able to hold on to some of it for now.
Oofy's just kind of like wandering around the store looking at stuff.
There's barren shelves.
I know, just wandering around looking.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the deal. Do you think you can hold on to these javelin, lance, longbows, and winddrake bones until we get back? We're fixing your situation.
Do you want to use me as a storage service, or do you want me to buy those things?
Preferably buy them, yes.
Remind me how many of each of those things?
5 longbows, 2 lances, 2 javelins, and 100 pounds worth of winddrake bones.
I'm keeping one of the lances.
Oh, never mind. See you.
One lance and 100 pounds worth of those.
We're gonna have Tia keep one as well.
No. No.
He opens his little chest that he keeps all of his earnings in, and you can tell that it's not very full at the moment. He's like, I don't have a whole lot to sell, but or a whole lot to offer, but I can offer you 10 gold pieces each for the longbows, 5 gold pieces for the lance, and I can take 25 of those 25 pounds of those bones. But I do think you might have better luck selling them to someone who does like alchemy and might be able to turn them into like a spell or a potion. They do seem like special bones. But you might not get that right away.
How much carrying capacity do you have if we don't sell anything?
As of right now,
Yeah, if we don't sell anything.
I still have a carrying capacity of 376.
I think we
Including
just-
when you carry oof?
Carrying oop, how heavy are you plus your weight?
So,
She's like 150 pounds total with her backpack and everything.
Yeah, I might as well just get rid of the longbows, unfortunately.
Okay. Are you guys done with the shop?
no,
Okay.
I'm gonna go up while he's kind of wrapping up things. I'm just gonna be like, hello. Would you happen to know what these are? And I'm gonna show him the pouch of dried berries.
Those look like some berries. It looks like they haven't had some water in a long time. It's just berries.
Are they safe to eat at least?
I imagine so. You could probably grind them up and make a cute little ice cream topping.
I have purified food and water if we do need to eat. So.
They just look like some dried berries. Might be good for the alchemist as well, but you could also just eat them.
And this water shortage issue, or like, the whole drought going on. Do you know a source as to why this is happening?
Well, I'm not particularly sure, but I did hear some people talking about it as they walked into the tavern a little bit ago. So they might know more.
Oh, I am also going to show him both of the keys. The key made of unusual material and the iron key, and ask him if he happens to know where they go to.
What iron key?
I picked up an iron key.
Yeah, there were 2 keys.
Oh, I don't.
So the unusual material key was what we got from the guys, and then the iron key was when we fought the 3 guys as we were going up the mountain.
Yeah, I didn't know you found a key.
It was on the one guy I one-shotted immediately at the start of combat.
The dwarf, so went
Yeah.
direction.
Boom!
He picks them up and turns them over a little bit. The one made out of the unusual material looks nicer than the iron key. And he is going to set them down and become a little quiet, and he's going to kind of just sigh, and he's going to be like, well, I haven't been there in years, but they do look like keys to the castle. I used to be a guard in the castle before I retired and opened this little shop here. But they do look
On a
like...
snicker. A halfling guard. I'm not saying that out loud, I'm just snickering.
Like,
It's like, I used to be a guard.
Yeah,
yeah, he used to be part of the royal guard over at the castle.
Now you have a snicker.
Huh?
Now you got Jason laughing. And he was like,
Wait. I am gonna say this out loud. Was it like a halfling castle, or was it a human?
it's the castle.
Who runs the castle?
The king.
What race is he?
An elf. The king is?
It's a mixed race kingdom.
I'm gonna snicker again.
Kind
I'm just imagining this little halfling in like an elf-sized castle, walking around with like a 10-foot lance.
He's part of the special ops. He's the stealth operation.
That doesn't help anything.
Okay, sure. Alright, sorry, keep going.
Yeah,
I'm
this was
just-
not meant to be
like,
funny. Also, you weren't supposed to ask about the keys here.
Just like in game, I'm only snickering, but
Okay. He's going to let you know he used to work for the king in the castle. All of you know who the king is.
who is the king?
The king.
Okay.
He is the king. And they look awfully similar to the keys that he had to hold on to while he was working there. Both in the dungeon and all the cells down there. He said the iron key looks more like a dungeon key. Or like a cell or gate key somehow.
Do we, like, world knowledge know where the castle is?
You know roughly where it is, you know like what city it's in, but you don't know exactly where it's at.
How do we go about getting to the castle?
Well, you'd need the river for that.
Why?
It's back where you came from, actually.
We could walk.
It sounds like the river is the main means of transportation.
But if there's no water in the river, we could just walk it.
Or we find, like, stop in the
I-
river and go faster. The Sky Emperor decrees it. Now let's go.
It
Yeah,
took us an entire long rest just to get here. So, like,
Yeah,
going
it's
down the
a-
river, I'm gonna assume, like, even if the river was moving pretty heavily, it'll take us quite a few days to get back up it.
Yeah, so first of all, it's like a 5-day walk. It is back to where you came from, where evil floaty guy almost killed you.
So let's head to the tavern and get more information then, right?
There are 2 little halflings in there that were talking about it, gossiping about it on their way into the tavern when they passed by. So.
Alright. Come along, Hyman.
As soon as we're out of the shop and the door closes, I do want to bust out laughing though, and just like verbally to the 2 of them be like, "Can you imagine Tia in a guard's clothing in a castle made for elves?" I'm just howling laughing.
I hope Tia stops you.
So, as we're leaving, I'm just gonna turn around and just be like, thank you. It's kind of like.
You're very welcome, little one.
I waited until the door was closed before I said anything.
She's
Yes.
not going to come after you, but I hope Tia does.
I would hope Tia would also laugh at the idea.
So wait.
I'm like, this isn't even like my character. I'm just genuinely amused by this thought.
Alright.
The better
Slowly adding
the
there.
better thing is here, I get to see kind of laughing and seeing Titus look down at Tia, and Tia's just like, and then he's just like, sees Tia, but like, heavy armor, heavy helmet, heavy shield, heavy saber, and then just like thumping, but like back and forth waddling to get down the
he's a
road.
halfling, but he's like a buff dude. He seemed like a put together dude.
No, like, it's not necessarily him in the armor. It's just a halfling being the guard for a doorway.
One of the guards. It's a
I
mixed
know,
race
I know.
kingdom.
But that's even funnier! What if he's on guard duty with an elf, and so here's this elf in a doorway made for elves, like, looking, like, here's our scale comparison, and then there's this half...
He's trying to line up. He's just like, normal face, missing, normal face. Like, hold on. Wait.
Oh wait, the guard is there! Looks down. When they're taking roll call.
Y'all let me know when you're done laughing about my halfling guards.
First of all, Tia is not amused by this. She doesn't think it's funny because she mainly thinks that Kaiman's laughing at her.
I'm just laughing.
We're at the tavern.
Alright. So you guys exit the little shop, and right across the way you see a big sign that's called over top, and it's called the Witch's Stag.
The witch's stag.
The Witch's Stag.
The name of the tavern. You can see on either side of it, it's got like antlers, like coming out of the sign, and you can see through, and you can see like a barkeep on one of the windows, just like
Is it
polishing
made-
a glass.
Is it made to accommodate multiple races, or is it an inn or a tavern fashion for halflings?
Multiple races. It's a multiple race kingdom. So.
Okay.
And a tavern, traditionally, it's also like a little hotel and inn place. So,
Yeah. Excuse me.
made for many people to come in and out if they need to. It's one of the largest buildings that you've actually seen this entire time.
Alright, so we go over to the tavern. What do we see when we walk in?
Well, when you walk in, it's a little haphazard but structurally sound. There's some chimes by the front door. You are walked in, and you are surprisingly met with the smell of some really good food, supposedly. It smells delicious in there. And a pair of halfling women are sit by the hearth and a large bookcase over in the corner, flipping by a pile of books while gossiping.
Are they hot?
Roll perception.
15.
They're the hottest things you've ever seen. Alright,
Priorities.
the seating in there is all kind of
Priorities.
Oh, priorities.
like log oaks, or oak logs, sorry. There's like little stumps that you can sit on at the bar, because it is made for halflings for the most part, but you can sit there, it's not going to hurt you at all.
So it's
Those
just those
people
two
are-
and then the bartender?
Yes. The bartender is a gnome, she's a dwarf, and she's going to walk over and give the two halflings their next round and walk back over to the bar and continue to polish her glasses.
As she gives them their drinks, I want to just yell out, are those paid for yet?
She says, "Hello, travelers. Please come in. There's plenty of room. And yes, these ladies have a long-standing tab with me."
That's concerning. Like, is it a paid tab or do they just have a tab?
That's a great question.
Like, if it's a long-standing unpaid tab,
No, they pay their bill, but they're friends of mine. Long-standing tab.
Anyways,
She welcomes you.
Shopkeep down the way said that you guys might know some information regarding this whole drop thing going on. And
What?
Sky Emperor tells me I must know.
So,
Yes, game. This character is broken.
so first of all, the bartender's a dwarf. She's wearing worn and beaten armor. She's a little pudgy, but not very good at all. She's got white hair, which is pretty messy, but she looks very kind, and she's got some very pretty amber eyes. She's giving you guys the exposition so I can get through this and make sure I'm not missing anything really. Okay, that's exposition on the other things we haven't gotten to yet. Well, before you guys got here, we had been discussing the drought, trying to research ways to fix it. That's why they're over there by the bookcase researching it. They might know some more information, but they don't seem very sure of what's going on besides that it just dried up one day, and obviously all of our families are relying on the river for generations, or have been for generations, so maybe talk to them and see what they found out from the books.
we gotta
Did
talk
you
to
guys,
them anyways.
yeah, you guys like to buy anything from the barkeep? Or know anything else about her?
Could you repeat what she looked like again? I was reading a word text.
She's moderately pudgy, not super fit. She's got some white hair, which is kind of messy. She doesn't seem like she's super frilly at all. She's wearing some worn and beaten armor. She's a dwarf, I didn't already mention that. So she's pretty messy, but she does look very kind, and she's got like some really pretty amber, like smiling eyes.
I was gonna walk up behind him next to Titus and be like, Titus, would you like a drink?
No.
Do you have jerk?
I do. Chef makes it fresh every day.
That's not how jerky works.
It is.
Technically, if you do, it wouldn't matter because if you made it every day, it could be months old, but it actually is cured by that time.
Yeah. I thought about it after I said it.
Take foot, insert into mouth.
Yeah.
We have some lovely cured meats and cheeses. We're trying to limit, so we are trying to limit food consumption, so you guys can each have like one meal. We're trying not to have people eat too much here since we're pretty short on supplies, but they do have a lot of ale.
T's gonna walk up and hand her the wine. She's like, hello.
Hello, what can I do for you, young lady?
How much is it for one glass of ale?
Just a copper piece.
Perfect. May I have two, please?
Absolutely. She hands it both to you. Do you want to start a tab or do you want to close out?
Okay. I think I'll start a tab. I'm gonna slide her 2 silver.
Alright, paid for.
Just bread and cheese for me.
Bread and cheese, alright. That is 4 copper pieces.
4 copper.
I'm assuming she makes them up and hands them to Tia.
Yeah, these are all things that she can just hand to all of you. If you guys want actual meals, there is a chef who does smell really good in there.
So I'm gonna just Titus said no. I'm gonna walk behind him, but here you go, Carmen.
Cool. Thanks.
And I'm gonna take mine. I'm gonna walk over to the table with the two ladies.
All right. You're just gonna walk over to the ladies. What are you doing, Titus?
Yeah, I'm following Tia.
You're gonna walk over to the ladies.
Probably gonna need like 2 portions of food. Same size. So
At least.
Do you just
half
want to order
of
a
that.
meal, or do you want to get like the bread and cheese like you did?
bread and cheese, like a meal. Yeah.
You want to order a meal? Okay. A meal is a full silver piece, but
Sure.
I'll have the chef prepare it right away. Do you want to go take a seat?
Okay.
And she'll bring it out to you when it's ready.
Alright. Go over with everybody else.
Okay, you guys walk up. There are 2 halflings. They're both women. One of them, you notice, has their right leg with a steel prosthetic. She's wearing pretty tight clothes. She's got some silver hair and a pixie cut, and she's wearing some crescent moon spectacles with some black rim. She looks a little witchy. She's very eccentric, or seems to have an eccentric personality, like just by judging by her wardrobe. And judging by the way you're observing the conversation between the 2 of them as you walk up, she seems to be more of a skeptic between the 2. The other one is wearing a clean blue cloak over some just leather, like leather armor, basically, or studded leather.
I was gonna say, they seem to be a little leather.
She's got a large topaz ring on her hand, and she's got some long red wavy hair. And she appears to be blind, but her eyes are hazel. They've got clouded. They've got the cloud over them, and she's mostly flipping through the books because she likes the sound and the company as Callie and her are discussing things.
He's gonna walk up and be like, hello. Would it be alright if I sat with you?
Oh, the table's really only big for. You can feel free to pull up one of the tables nearby.
Is there at least another chair I can sit on there, or I have to kind of drag one over?
Yeah, there's enough room for you to just sit down, but only for just you. If you wanted all of you to sit at the table, then you would need an additional table.
Alright, table, grab some chairs, put it over there so we all can sit.
Okay. They look a little taken aback at Titus's large movements with the table, but they're like, okay, how can I help you guys?
Well, mainly we just had a couple questions. We were kind of directed here, and we thought if we asked around, we could hopefully get some help.
Help with what, love?
Well, we understand that the water's been slowly draining and disappearing, and we were kind of instructed to come here and maybe ask around. Do you have any ideas to why?
Well, we're not really sure why. We just know that we've been relying on that river for decades. We use it for everything, and normally we have plenty of rainfall, but all of a sudden they went from a full and happy river to just dry. We don't normally see too much rainfall, but it hasn't been that long since the wet season.
Is there any temperature difference? Is it warmer, colder, or anything like that?
No, everything seems fine. It's been raining up in the mountains so far as we can tell. There's storm clouds up there, but none of it's coming down to the river like we need it to. Yeah. We sent some men up into the mountains to investigate, but nobody's returned with answers on why we didn't have water. But if you are willing to investigate, I'm sure the council will be happy to offer you a reward. I'm married to one of the councilmen, so I might be able to negotiate you an even better reward.
Could we, perchance, speak with the council before setting out on this quest?
Well, unfortunately, they've been busy setting rescue parties to figure out what happened to those men. I'm not really sure where most of them are at right now. My husband hasn't come home in a few days.
Or was he last?
Off to figure out a rescue party, like I just said.
Where would that be happening?
At the base of the mountain.
Would you point the direction and we will head that way?
Follow the riverbed.
Follow the...
It's just up the road, a couple of miles. They do warn you there are harpies along the way, and if you find the missing villagers, they might need some food, but I'm sure they would be fine on some cured meat and cheese until they could get back.
Yeah, who's going to pay for this cured meat and cheese?
Well, I'm sure if you went next door and talked to Walter, the shop owner, then he might be able to oblige with whatever he has left. He's very kind. He wants the water to come back just as the rest of us do, so he can have his shop running again.
If we can. Did you already ask about trying to talk to the councilman?
Yep.
They're unavailable to see.
They're at the base of the mountain.
Alright. The other question is, if you forgive us, we kind of don't know a lot about the area, but where is the castle at?
It's just on the river where the refugees came. Yeah, if you go against the river credit, if you were to follow it that way. Yeah.
And if we got hit by a river, then I'm assuming it would take us some time to get back there on foot.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a week or more journey for someone of our size.
So it's like 2 days for us. What's your favorite color?
But the elf, what's your favorite color?
No, that's what I'm asking you. Hey, what are your favorite colors?
Which one are you asking?
I said, what are your favorite colors? Like,
The one with the crescent red glasses says navy blue, and the one that's blind is like, I'm blind. I don't know what colors look like.
Kaiman, that's
so
not,
you were born blind?
Yes.
Kaiman, that's not polite. I'm sorry about him. My name is Tia. What are your names?
Kayla.
Kayla?
Kayla with a P.
And then Crescent?
Crescent moon glasses is Callie.
How do you spell both of these?
Callie?
Callie is Callie.
Callie.
And Payla is Paela.
This is Hayla's last name, since she's wife to the councilman.
Shadowwick.
Shadowwick?
Shadowquick.
Shadowquick.
And Callie?
Good barrel. You might just notice that her name is on some of the barrels that the dwarf bartender has behind the counter. It looks like a giant, like really fucking big breakfast platter to them. But for you, it's just like
It's like a regular meal.
Large breakfast platter that's got like 3 eggs, a bunch of bacon and sausage, like toast, and like
Cool.
an array, like a big stack of pancakes. You're very full afterwards. You're very satisfied. It's like the most delicious breakfast you've ever had. Yeah. So are you guys done asking them questions? Do you have anything else to ask them?
I'm assuming that we're getting ready to leave, Kaiman.
Yeah, that was my assumption.
Alright, so as we're turning
You
enough.
gotta go to the fucking mountain.
Yeah. So basically, be like, well, thank you very much. One more thing. Do you know where we could potentially get a map of the area or anything like that?
Callie, the one that's been reading the book to Payla, it pulls out one of the books from the tavern and checks really quick to see if the dwarf is looking, and quickly rips out a piece of paper from inside of what looks like an encyclopedia, and quickly hands it to you and is like, if you bring it back to me, I'll pay for a real map when you get back.
Pay for what?
A real map when you get back, but shoves a piece of paper from the book at Tia when she asks, and I would be careful to make sure that the dwarf does not notice, because she does not like her books vandalized, but it is a map. A rough map, like a grayscale, like, drawing of the area.
So it'll lead us to the mountain.
Yeah, it'll show you, like, what direction where the river flows. It'll show you, like, landmarks, like river, town, mountains.
Alright, so Tia's basically, kind of like just takes it, kind of like
Yeah.
stuffs it down her shoulders. Thank you.
Alright.
Good luck.
To the base of the mountain.
All right. You set off into the mountains. You're going to follow the dry riverbed, following it the same direction you would have come, so with the current. And you're going to follow it as it goes up into the mountain. It starts to get kind of chilly as you get to the base of the mountain, and you notice a decayed fort over there. It's been about a half a day since.
Okay.
So the river is kind of leading you straight to this mountain.
So there's a decrepit fort in front of us.
Yes, you notice a decrepit fort.
Decrepit fort?
Yes, a
Fort.
decayed fort near a wall, like a stone wall. It's not like protecting anything or like doing anything. It just looks like something like maybe an old wash guard at the bottom of the mountain used to live in.
So like right here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just decayed. It looks completely abandoned. There's like a little wall, like a stone wall outside of it. But it doesn't look like the wall doesn't protect from anything. It's just kind of like there.
I'd like to pop into that fort and take a look around.
I don't have a good idea about this.
Good feeling?
Sorry, good feeling, yeah.
I'd like to pop into that fort and take a peek around.
I don't have a good feeling about this.
Don't worry about it.
Grab her.
Um,
Throw her on my shoulder.
yeah, it is the size of a halfling fort for the record, so you're gonna have some issues getting in there.
Fuck! Tia, can you go take a peek inside? I don't feel like crawling through this space.
In there?
Yeah.
Oh wait, am I on your shoulders now, or?
I can put you back
Yeah,
down.
you can put it back down.
I can put you back
Yeah, you can
down.
put it back down.
Titus picks her up, puts her up there. I'm like, actually, TA, can you just do it? Titus like rolls his eyes, puts her back down.
Okay. You guys aren't gonna leave me, are you?
We'll be right here.
Okay. I'm gonna put my mace.
Run and hide. Okay.
So as Tia kind of gets to the door, she's gonna. Or is there just like an opening, or like on the wall, or is like the door open?
It's probably just like an opening. You can tell that there used to be like a scrap of fabric that used to be there to kind of like prevent anything coming inside, but it's really more of just like a hideout or a what do you want? Like a space for somebody to take shelter if the wind gets particularly nasty, because like I said, it's really chilly and windy right now at the base of this mountain.
All right. So as Tia's kind of like walking up, she kind of walks up to it, and then she kind of like right before she goes in, she kind of like just does like a quick peek over her shoulder to make sure that Kyman and Titus haven't moved. Okay.
We're just standing there like,
Yeah, you can. You go.
Okay. I'll be right back.
I mean,
And then just kind of walks in and goes into the fort.
Okay. Roll perception.
after she like, well, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self, and I want to make myself look like a tree.
so I'm staying next to a tree.
Yep.
About yay high.
Yep.
You're
Alright.
a sap.
I feel like that's what Titus was saying. Looks over for a second. You're sad.
All right. So.
I want to stand perfectly still.
Okay. See if you can actually stand perfectly still the entire time she's in there.
Okay.
I need like a.
Pull out the jar of
like a
shiny
stick.
trinkets and just put it right on top.
See,
Okay.
but if he's physically touched, you can't tell that you can tell that he's in disguise. So it's
So
not like
I
you
don't
won't
have
tell.
an actual maze, so like Tia's just kind of like walking in there, kind of like.
I love how you're holding a sword, something that has.
I know, but
That
I
you're
needed
supposed
a
to
mace, and this was the best idea. That basically this is the handle, this is the clubby part.
I mean, it
Uh,
worked. Why not hold it by the actual handle?
Because then it actually looks like I'm holding a sword.
Okay.
Not like okay. Anyway,
Let me roll with this.
it really doesn't matter because you rolled a
Oh,
one.
can I move?
Are you no?
But I want to get. Well. A halfling size club.
Oh, perfect, thank you.
Just. Tia has a cheese board and is like, "This is my club."
All right.
It
You
says
walk.
Betty on it.
You walk into the fort. You can tell that it's very musty and dusty. It hasn't been touched in a while. Otherwise, you walk in and something creaks in the fort and it startles you and you run back outside without noticing anything else. And you're like, there's nothing in there. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
So I'm just gonna run out and be like, Titus, come in, and just kind of like run out.
Words.
I'm just gonna run and just kind of like hide behind you, and like just still clutching my mace, and just like, look, where's Kyman? He said he wasn't gonna leave.
And just point over at the sapling that's right next to you. Take a guess.
So like, so if you're
The tree snickers.
All right. Roll perception again to see if you notice he's a tree.
it's a 3. What's perception? So
Titus is
Oh, plus
lying,
3, so
obviously.
6.
You look at Titus again and you're like, that's a tree, Titus.
5-star, right to back.
Roll Constitution.
Okay.
Just roll. It's like
This is
roll my
going
eyes.
swimmingly.
Just
This is going
roll his
swimmingly.
eyes for a second. Just, wow.
holding this guy.
14.
You are a little out of breath, but you're not knocked over.
What the fuck?
See?
Alright. Yeah, you know he's a tree now.
Now I'm just a moving tree.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
not dispelling it.
float around and be a tree, I guess. Okay, so yeah, the fort, as far as you guys know, is empty according to Tia. Totally just dusty, completely normal.
I don't like it. I heard a noise.
So it's not empty.
Kyman.
Ah, fuck it. I want to get down on my hands and knees and go into the fort.
I mean, a door is large enough, right?
for him to go through it his hands and knees.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees and go into the floor.
Yeah, it's like,
I will have like just spelling crawl in.
yeah, you're gonna need to like shove your face in basically. It's a really itty bitty like hut fort.
All
How many
right.
rooms are there?
One, it's a fort.
I mean, it's like a watchtower.
No, it's like a baby tent.
So it's a hut, not a fort.
I'm talking like blanket fort.
What is it made out of?
Chantilly,
God damn it.
chantilly done in like wood, and there's like a piece of fabric where there was the door, but it's really just like,
And it's a single room.
yeah, it's just
Well, then
like
I'm not gonna bother going in. I'm just gonna look in.
okay.
We both walk over. Tia behind us.
Anything?
I thought,
Perception.
I thought it was a big building. That's what I was.
Uh, 17.
And do I roll?
If you're gonna look in with him, yeah,
11.
we give it to
Oh,
you.
no, 10.
Well, the check was 10, so I guess it's fine.
Perception's +2.
Perception is minus 2.
Was it minus
It's a wisdom base, and my wisdom is
Ah,
shot
that's
right.
So you can see like a spot on the floor, but you cannot see, you cannot discern what it is. You, on the other hand, can see that there is blood on the floor, and you can see clearly where there was claw marks in the ground, but nothing else is in there.
And does the blood leave the single room?
It's kind of like a pool of blood where, like, in like one spot, and you can see it starts to drag, but it doesn't leave.
What direction does it drag?
Out.
Like out the door?
Yeah.
But there's no
But
blood
there-
outside the door.
Yeah, so like say like this is like the center of the room, it starts to drag, like you can see like claw marks if somebody's trying to stop it, but it stops pretty quickly and it seems like it's like a struggle started but it was ended really quickly.
And it's a single room.
Yeah.
Sounded like
Nothing else in there.
Yeah, I'll keep it to myself and just look back at Tia and be like, there's nothing in here.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I'm reaffirming that.
Okay.
And you don't see anything at all.
It's an empty room.
What's that little spot there?
It's a darker patch of floor. Where is my deception? Oh, there it is. 22. Or wait. Yeah, 22.
Alright.
You're
you
a nat
can-
20
Yeah,
this
you,
shit.
if you get a nat 20 you can basically beat it.
Nope,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Alright, well so far as you're aware, all of you are convinced that there is nothing in the room.
Okay.
Well, I
Although
know.
you know that there's a dark spot, but everybody knows that it's
And
just
Tia
it's
just
fine.
does not want to get near it.
He is like, that was freaking me, and I don't want to be there anymore. Alright, as you guys are about to walk past the fort, you notice a light rain begins to fall, and you notice that you're getting really tired. Up ahead you can see what seems to be like steam or smoke from a fire that was just put out by the rain. Probably like,
So rain's falling?
I just said that there's rain.
But it's not keeping is the issue.
Yeah, it's not flowing down into the river. There's rain right there, though. It's raining on you. Cool. But probably like 100, 200 feet away, you guys can see just into the distance as the sun is starting to set. There's like steam or smoke or like the mix of the two from like a campfire that might have just been put out. You can't see anything else, just the smoke-ish. But you notice that you're getting very tired, and you're kind of struggling to keep your heads up, and you're just real exhausted after the long day.
I want to head back towards the town.
I would like to activate Divine Sense.
Remind me.
60 feet, anything good or evil.
Alright. It's like absolute good or evil, right? It's not-
Absolute good or evil, or there's celestial fiend undead within 60 feet.
Well, you don't really sense anything good or evil.
The sense of fiend right there.
Yeah. Just,
Hello.
you can tell it's working.
We've gone over this, Titus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell it's working because he's right there, and you know that he's there, but that's all you got.
While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna grab a few pebbles and imbue my 3 pebbles for magic stone.
Alright.
As I forgot about it.
Should we start headed back to town?
Yeah, I want to head back to the town for the moment. I don't really want to sleep out here.
That's fair, yeah. There's the tent, I guess, back there, but like one person that's gonna fit. Steve.
I think it'd be better to just head back to town, make a fresh start.
I'll tell you guys now, it's going to take you the exact same amount of time to get back here every single time. And so you're always going to get here at nightfall, and you're always going to get here exhausted.
But we can leave earlier. You said it took about half a day.
It started out half a day with the fort, and then as you got to the edge of the mountain where the campfire is.
So regardless.
But I thought you said the campfire was like 100 or 200 feet away.
Yeah, and it's not from the fort, from where you guys had been, from where you guys were standing when I told you about it. You
After
guys
we
had
walked.
walked farther towards the mountain.
So it took us half a day to get to the fort,
Yeah.
and it'll take us the remainder,
The
of
remainder
that
of the half day
to get to the base of the mountain.
Oh, I
We
didn't know
prob-
we'd left the fort.
Yeah, I assumed you guys had left the fort to go towards the edge of the mountain, and that's where you saw the campfire.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought we were like at the fort. It started raining and then we saw a fire go out. Kind of deal.
Yeah, no, you walked a little further, and as you got to the edge of the mountain, you noticed it starts raining. You're very tired at the base of the mountain. It's been an entire day, very long hike. And you see a campfire go out. Or what you think is a campfire go out.
So, I don't feel like we would be tired after just a day. Like, is this like legitimately we're just tired, or is it an unnatural tired?
A little bit of both. Like, you are tired because you walked all day, but you are just like weary in general. Like, you seem to just feel tired the closer you get to the mountain.
None of us have a tent, do we?
We have a tent?
Yeah, do you have a tent?
I don't think I have a tent. I got a blanket. Should we start headed towards that odd steam from a fire camp?
Yes, but quietly. I don't like this.
Carefully? I agree.
Alright, roll stealth. You can go first because he's not paying attention.
Stealth, I have disadvantage, I can roll twice. 9 the first time, 12 the second time. So, no.
Are you on his shoulders or are you...
We didn't specify that, so I'm assuming I'm walking.
Okay, then yeah.
We're still, which makes sense when you're going extra slow.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
What is he rolling?
Stealth.
It's an 8.
Okay.
Me as well.
Yeah. All you stealthing up to this camp.
Nat 20.
Alright, you're super stinky.
I'm still a
you're
tree, by the way.
Yeah, as if they
Oh wait, no, if it took us another half day to
Okay,
get,
so
yeah,
we're not
I'm
looking
no
at
longer a tree.
That would have been great. Just
Don't mind me, I'm a tree.
guard looks over, looks back. That tree just getting closer.
Nah.
Look, hey guy looks over. There's a tree in front of me.
I rolled to see if they would notice you, and they did.
No shit.
Did they notice us two, not him?
Yeah, no, they'll notice you two specifically because he's kind of clunky and just large walking up through the forest, and then you're just like tagging along, like, wait for me, my legs are short.
Yeah, every one of Titus's steps is like 4 of yours.
Yes, so your legs are running a lot faster than everybody else's trying to like sprint to keep up, and that makes a good amount of noise. But you'll notice a couple of people wearing nicer clothes sitting around a campfire. They are halflings. They're both men, and they're like, "Who goes there?" They don't know that you exist, but they definitely know that these two exist.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not saying anything for the moment.
Just trying to say. Is Tyson in front of me or behind me?
He's beside you.
He's behind me.
Might be slightly in front of you.
This was
But
something else I was getting ready to.
I was like, no port? No.
yeah, you might be slightly in front of her, but just because you are larger and make longer strides.
What's
But
that called?
Doncourt.
Huh?
Doncourt.
Doncourt?
Yeah, Doncourt Point. We were sent from Doncourt Point. Think we'll figure out the water issue?
Who sent you?
Betty.
Hold on. No,
Are there still like embers in their fire?
Yeah.
So it's not completely out?
No, it's kind of like just the start of the rain right now. It's like lightly, it put it out, but isn't like completely out yet.
Bring back to the Cool. I'm just gonna mutter to myself, change beckons, and I want the flames for their fire. I'm casting thaumaturgy, by the way. I just want the flames for the fire to grow a bit.
Okay. How loud are you saying change beckons?
I'm literally like muttering it to myself.
that tree just
Well,
stopped.
they only rolled like a 7, so fine.
I'm not a tree!
But you're hiding, so you could be hiding behind a tree.
That's
So
fair.
technically, that tree could be talking.
Okay. Yeah, just
But-
want
Alright,
just
cool.
want the fire to get a little bigger.
Yeah, they don't notice, or they don't hear you say change beckons, and they're just like, startled that right as they ask who these people are, and now there's suddenly a fire again. Scaring them a little bit. They reach for their little spears that they have
So
next to them.
he's just gonna kind of like stand up all the way and like take you guys. So Walter has mentioned to us what's been going on. So has Betty. We went to.
Oh, what's that
the-
councilwoman's?
I'm getting there. We talked to Paula? No. Kayla, sorry.
But
Oh, it's because I wrote the Y with an E, so I just remember.
Yeah.
So Kayla and Callie both told us something we could maybe go this direction and figure out what's going on. We asked about the council and they said that we could probably head this direction and find them.
Well, we two are members of the council, and Kayla is my wife. Callie's her best friend.
Oh, so are you Mr. Shadowcliff?
Indeed, I am.
Wonderful to meet you. Do you mind if I sit down?
Well, if you could explain to me why suddenly there's more fire, then feel free.
Are you?
Time in.
There's more of you?
One more.
How far away from them am I?
Like 10 feet. You're just behind them. You're just being sneakier.
Cool. Was I actually behind a tree or was I like in the brush or something?
You can decide.
I'm gonna say like I was down in the brush, like keeping low kind of thing. I just want to stand up slowly and be like, hey.
Just back in the bush.
It's like pointing at him and it's like looks back. That.
I'm sure they won't
Okay.
be surprised once they see my horns.
Yeah.
They're just like,
Yeah.
par for the course.
Yeah.
That's.
Well, you'll notice Mr. Shadowquick has a ring similar to Kayla's, and it is also amber. Amber
Also
in color.
what?
Amber in color.
Oh,
Or
eyes.
No,
The ring.
the ring.
Has
Oh,
an
okay.
amberstone on it.
Yeah.
I have to turn this off. I can't hear anything over these stupid fans.
But you'll notice that it glows just a little bit as he mutters something to himself. Waits for a moment and then just kind of nods and he's like, "All right, you can come sit with us."
She's just literally just gonna sit on the ground, or she's just like,
I'm glad Betty's made her hospitality and found your guys' way over to us again. Our men have gone up to the mountain to see what's happening, but it's been a few days and they haven't returned. We're welcoming any help we can get at this point. So if you would like to rest with us, we can try and keep the first watch while you guys rest before going up into the mountain early in the morning.
I'm gonna walk out. I'm just gonna kind of like clap my hands as I walk up, cast mold earth, and make myself a nice little like chair to sit down in. I want to like sit down and just be like, sit down and be like, so if we help, what's in it for us?
I mean, I don't have my checkbook with me in the woods, but if we all make it out of this alive, I'll see what I can do.
Let's see what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
What can you do?
Well, I have authority over the city's budget. I am the lead council member.
What is the city's budget?
Depends on who pays their taxes.
What?
It depends on who pays their taxes.
So if the city does well and people live in that city, they'll have more taxes.
But like, what kind of reward can you offer us? Like, I need a baseline here.
I can
God,
give
man,
you-
We do not do this for the reward. We do this for the glory of the Sky Emperor.
Glory and reward.
He looks nervously between the two of you, and he's like, I need the full vote of the council, and there are 5 other members, but preemptively, I can see about convincing them of 100 gold each.
And just to make sure you're aware, we're also the ones who took care of the bandit problem.
I again need the approval of all 7 of these council members.
how many other council members are here?
He said.
It's 9 total council members.
And they're all up here.
No, it's just the 2 of them. The other 7 are back in the town right now.
Okay.
But
I like
all
these
7
two.
all 7 of them need to be in one spot and vote on it at the same time.
I like these two. These guys got balls for council members.
What? Oh yeah, they're up there in the mountains.
And they're taking care of their problems.
Yeah, no, they've been taking shifts each of them, all 7 or all 9 of the council members, they all go up there and accompany the people who go up to the mountains to figure out what's going on.
How large was the party that most recently went up into the mountains?
The most recent one was 3 people.
Halflings, right?
Yes, that is the city.
Just making sure.
3 halflings. We had another group go up just a few days before them, but they didn't return. And they were a couple of halflings, but they also had a regular elf with them. One of the refugees decided to accompany them as well.
So 2 groups have gone, a total of 5 halflings, 1 elf, and none of them have come back.
Not yet, no. We don't know what's wrong.
Well, let's stay here until daybreak and then go up the mountain and find them. Yeah.
Mr. Shadowquick, what is your... Hold on, I have to...
What's your name?
Fuck you. I am
That's
sorry.
not spice.
I am
Oh,
sorry.
While Tia's finding her tongue, Mr. Shadowquick, what is your favorite color?
I like a myriad of colors because
I
I like to
feel like this is a
describe them to my
targeted
blind
ad.
wife.
I feel like this is a targeted ad against me.
And
Not okay with this campaign.
which color that you've described would you say she's been the most interested in?
I would like to say purple. She likes the fact that it's a combination of many colors. I also told her it was the color of royals, and she does like that quite a lot.
Okay.
For the people that went up, what were they equipped with?
Well, we sent them with our best gear, the best that Walter could supply us. We gave them as many potions as we could give them. We gave them all the food and water that we thought they would need. It should only take about a day to get to the top of the mountain, so we're not sure what's taking so long.
Is there any markers along the way that tells you how to get up there?
Well, there's a path that takes you straight to the top.
There's no like branching paths off of it, right?
Not as far as I'm aware. I haven't hiked this mountain in many years. It hasn't stopped raining for months.
Oh, the mountain's been raining.
The
constantly.
mountain, yeah, there's been storm clouds around this mountain for months,
Gotcha.
which was great up until now. We had plenty of water supply for the river.
I can stay up with them, and then if you two want to sleep, you can. And then basically, when it's time to move back out, I can just hike up. This is gonna take a while. It sounds like to get up to the mountain. I can just get hiked up onto Titus's shoulders and fall asleep.
That's kind of what I was thinking, yeah. Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
So
I'm gonna say that it is you're lightly like it's not a whole lot, but it is magically sleep. You're magically sleepy right now because I said as you get to the base of the mountain, you're pretty tired.
Which is part of what's making me really concerned.
You're not like
Are these
not
people
exceptional.
from actually there? That's
Yes,
a
they
real
are.
Well,
question.
that wasn't even my concern. My concern is just we're going to go to sleep. These halflings can't handle themselves, and then we're going to wake up in a poor situation.
so you two both gonna go to sleep then? I'm just gonna stay up with these guys and watch.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Actually, before I go to sleep, I'm just gonna activate Divine Sense one more time.
Okay.
One more.
Before you go to sleep, there's nothing there.
And there just now.
Yeah, before I go to sleep, I just want to use Mold Earth and just kind of like build up a barrier around our little camp.
Smart.
How tall?
Nothing too extravagant, just like 2 or 3 feet tall. And
Okay.
like tall enough as to where like it's going to impede something coming at us, but not so tall that the halflings that are keeping watch can't see over it.
Okay.
Just walking around, clapping my hands, making a wall.
They're all just
The
like.
council member rubs his head and he's like, I have a headache.
You're projecting.
Yeah.
He's gonna like. He's just gonna look over it like just he like hears him saying it. It's like it's okay. They are really nice, both of them.
Oh, why am I being lumped up up
Because they kind of probably look at you and are just like, what the fuck is that thing?
I'm sorry, I'm 2 times your size.
You do that. I'm assuming. I'm just gonna hang out with them.
Yep.
Also keep my my thing equipped.
As
Really?
I'm laying down, I just want to cast Unseen Servant a couple of times. And one of them, its only command is going to be wake me up if there's a major change or like if another like living thing shows up that's not just like a regular animal, and then the other one's only command is if there's a projectile coming towards me, stop it.
So you just got like this wall of unseen servants just taking.
Just two of them. And I want to roll over and just quietly do it to myself, just like play my little air piano and be like, serve me quietly to myself. Yeah. Just laying there. So that like, I'm not making it known that I have them, but I want them.
And you only have 2 of them, and they only last an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he only needs a short rest, which is an hour to get back.
Yeah, so if something happens after an hour, I'll at least have my spell slots back, so I might as well use them.
But you're going to take a long rest right now, right?
Yeah.
Attempt. We're gonna attempt.
Yeah, attempt.
Okay.
But I just got this feeling something's gonna happen. You know? And I was thinking about it, and like, even if I'm only going to short rest, there's literally no reason not to.
Fair enough. Y'all let me know when you go ready to go sleep.
We are ready to go.
Yep.
Go on sleep right now.
Yep.
Alright.
Except for
Let's say
Tia.
it's probably like 9 or 10 p.m. right now.
Okay.
And so it's been about 8 hours. You wake up, it's around 6 in the morning.
Okay.
The sun is just starting to come out, and I need everybody to roll perception.
Even though they're asleep, or
No, everybody's waking up.
7.
okay.
Perception 7.
17.
Yeah.
That makes sense. She was
Tia?
on watch. We're just
Alright.
waking up.
Perfect. All right. So as everybody's waking up, everybody's gonna start to stir, and by the morning light, you notice some things flying at you.
Can Titus and I hit long rest?
Yes, you can.
And I'm assuming Tia can hit short rest.
Yes, you can.
Really?
Yeah,
Did
because
you
you
sleep?
didn't do anything for
Yeah, you were
8
just
hours.
hanging out.
You didn't sleep, so no long rest, but you can have short rest.
Yay! Fuck, I
But
should have cast something that I didn't really have short rest. Fuck. Well, okay.
so you notice 3 figures flying at you. You can make them out to be harpies. The harpies are going to land in the center on top of the fire, effectively quashing whatever embers were in it.
But I saw them ahead of time, correct?
You saw them, yeah. They're landing in front of you right now. Everybody can see them now, but you saw them before they got to
Did I
you.
have time to react when I saw them?
If you want to, yeah.
Quickly, I'm just gonna reach
That's what
over.
we should have done. We should have set reactions. If I get woken up.
Well, you woke up of your own accord. You guys were already awake.
So basically, I'm just gonna reach over. I'm just gonna like kind of like kick Kyman and be like, Kyman, we have a problem. Titus, wake up!
I'm up. We got 3 harpies.
Yes, 3 harpies.
So let's say this is the fire. Was the fire camp?
Was the fire, and they basically all 3 landed kind of in a triangular formation right in the center. They kind of have their backs to each other, so like they're all facing opposite, around like all facing different directions.
So like so.
Yeah. And they're going to accuse you of stealing the rain with magic, and they are going to let out a big caw, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
So they said we stole the rain.
Yes, they are accusing you of stealing the rain.
I want to just yell out at the harpies. I want to roll persuasion here. Just be like, you dolts were also looking for the rain.
Go ahead.
Back. 16.
Well, they just rolled a 1. So.
Hey. Diffuse the situation.
Yeah. There are, for the record, other harpies flying up above them, circling the area, kind of like vultures. The harpies screech again, look at you like deadpan, and they were like, if the water's not back on in 24 hours, then we will come back.